Now, one of the world's richest men, billionaire Saudi Arabian Prince Al-Walid bin Talal, has been released from detention. Just before his release, he gave an interview to the Reuters news agency inside the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Riyadh. He'd been held there since November, along with about 200 others. These are some of the first images from inside the lavish hotel. The Saudi Attorney General says many have already been released after paying settlements of billions of dollars. Marwan Kabalan is Director of Policy Analysis at the Doha Institute, joins me live here in the studio. Good to have you with us. So, what do we know about him? Apparently, the family sources saying he's been released. Does that mean he can travel? Does that mean he keeps his assets in his companies?
Well, we don't know much actually about the details of his release, but I expect that he has given important part of his wealth actually in exchange for his freedom. I believe that because he said that 95% of the problems with the Saudi government has been solved. So I still think that he cannot be traveling actually until we get to 100%. Right. That was the implication. That was what I understood actually from his Reuters interview today.
Talking of that interview, why would authorities allow a camera crew in to interview, in particular, Prince Al-Walid bin Talal, just hours before they were going to release him anyway? Surely that was not an accident. Is there a deliberate message to the outside
I think over
world?
the past couple of months, actually, since the whole saga started, actually, by the detention of these princes, former officials and current officials, actually, we have been seeing the Saudi authorities allowing media outlets to have access into the Ritz-Carlton and actually try to talk to some of these people, or at least actually have like the impression about what's going on inside. One of them was the BBC actually a few weeks ago. But now I think the Saudi government is trying actually to give some sort of transparency to what is going on inside the Ritz-Carlton, and by saying
to calm outside fears?
I think to an extent, just to give the impression that the whole actually campaign was in fact against corruption, and when we are finished with these things...
Will it work? I mean, if you look at it, I guess you could say, well, if there was evidence against these people, why were they held in a five-star hotel rather than being put in a prison like every other Saudi citizen would face? And if they were innocent and there wasn't enough evidence against them, why were they held for months without charge? Does any of this underscore the rule of law?
Of course. I mean, there are many issues here to be addressed. First of all, I mean, they have been detained in a five-star hotel because they are part of the royal family, and I think Mohammed bin Salman doesn't want actually to provoke anger from within the family by making the focus mainly on corruption, by saying, okay, well, we are respecting the dignity of those royalties.
Will you think everyone in the royal family see it that way? What impact will it have on domestic stability?
I don't think so. But after all, what Mohammed bin Salman was after, in my opinion, is not perhaps only the royal family or what the royal family would be thinking about him. But I think he was after two key issues. Number one is actually because he's having economic difficulties
he's getting some cash together.
Some cash together because, as you know, I mean, there is a war of attrition in Yemen that has been going on for the past 3 years and is very costly on one hand. On the other hand, he's trying actually to gain some popularity because some of these people actually, I mean, I'm not pointing at certain people, but some of them actually are known amongst Saudis to be corrupt. So when he goes after these people, actually, he's trying to hit, of course, I mean, to hit two birds in one stone. On one hand, gets the money. On the other hand, tell the people that I am the guy who will be fighting corruption and leading the reform in Saudi Arabia.
Good to get your analysis as always. Thanks for coming in, Marwan.
Thank you.